Hello, welcome to MyWebUniversity free educational videos. On this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to use a PyCharm. Basically, on the previous video, which is on the left side here, set up your Python environment, development environment. I showed you how to install Python 3.10.5, the latest version. And we were able to use the Python interactively, as well as read some of the documentation, as well as demo some of the examples with Python. We also installed PyCharm, the PyCharm community version. With PyCharm community version, as you can see on the screen here, for the set up your Python development environment, this video that I just posted 22 hours ago last night, it is basically it's just a continuation of it is on PyCharm, because PyCharm required a reboot. We couldn't reboot it, and we had to reboot it sometimes in the late evening. And then since now I'm ready to just make the continuation of that video for PyCharm, and this is that video. So as you can see that PyCharm icon is already available for my taskbar and due to the installation. And it does say when I move my mouse over it, it just says PyCharm community version 22 that just came out, the latest version. So I'm just clicking on it to just open it up. Let me just, while PyCharm was loading, I'm gonna just show you and remind you where we were on the PyCharm video. So basically on this video, if you look at it, we went through setting up your Python development environment, and we already installed 3.10 on the server. We went to python.org website, we went to docs website, and a number of other methods that you could install it. If you have installed it on the app data already, Python 3, by typing Python 3 at the PowerShell command, you will get this interface, so you can just install it from there. You don't have to go to python.org and download it. But if you don't have it, you can just go to the community version, or you can go to the website of jetbrains.com and then just download the community version, which is free. That's what I did. And then once the community version came in, and then I installed it, and I just demo it now that it is available. So let me just minimize this screen. So here it says that do not import any settings. So if you want to just configure or install directories, you could just select it. At this time, I don't have any other kind of initial PyCharm configuration that I could import. So I'm going to use the new one. And as you can see, PyCharm Community 2022.1 is the one. And the company that builds it is JetBrains. So while this one is up coming, I'm going to open up command prompt. And then at the command prompt, I'm going to type in Python 3 version, which I get that version, and then I say Python 3 uppercase V. I also get the same version. And if I just type in Python 3, automatically it drops me to the Python documentation. So if you just type in copy right here, so this is just the interface. Let me just go back to this screen. I'm going to type in copy right here. You can see it tells you that information about it. And if you type in license or license as a function, you will get all the information that Python was created in the early 1990s by the Guido van Rossum. And then this person that at Netherlands basically invented or built Python initially in the 1990s. And it is developers and open source communities keep working, and everybody is contributing. It is a great product. It's functional programming as well as object-oriented programming. So let me just do a dir here, and then these are the list of double underscore method or magic method that is available on the system. So at this time, I'm going to just minimize this window, and we will just go to the PyCharm and then just use PyCharm here. You can click on the start tour if you want to, or you click on the new project or open and get from everything. So as you can see, it is really set up for you to start, and it says welcome to PyCharm. PyCharm version is 2022.1.3. So I'm going to just click on the plus for a new project. I'm going to start a new project, and once that a new project comes in, let me just minimize a little bit my screen. It is basically just going a little bit too high. Let me see if I could just resize this one. And by doing that, I actually opened the entire project into a nicer interface. So now I can see the create, and I can see everything, and you can see it also. I like to make sure that you can read what I'm showing you. So the location here at this time is saying that this is where the PyCharm project will be created under the user home directory. In this case, user is Wahid. PyCharm projects, and the new name is Python project 1. And then the new environment is virtual environment. I'll make another video on what is a virtual environment and why do you need it, and how cool it is to just work on your system, that you can have your own virtual environment inside Python. And then you can just make sure that any modules that you load or install and everything, it is controlled under your project, under virtual environment that you can control for. And then the base interpreter in this case is already giving you the Python path. So this is Python 3.1 this, and it's saying this. I could also say previously configure interpreter, and then I could put it. But now, since it is the 3.10, as we talked about it earlier, and that is the version that I do. So if I come back here on the command line and exit out here, and excuse me, if I type in Python itself, it's going to take me. So I don't have to type in Python .exact, because this exact file is basically what it is there. Python dash version in Python dash uppercase V will give you the same thing. So let me minimize this window again. Now we are set to go with this. I'm going to create, and then it is also telling you that it will create a main.py for welcome script. So you could just go ahead and say that, yeah, go ahead, do that one. It will create a main.py, and it will just set up your environment. So at this time, it is just loading, and it also gave you like some sort of hints and kind of press this button or do this one. It will teach you every time it comes in as a some kind of message of the day or hint of the day. So right now it's creating the virtual environment that I was showing you earlier. We will just wait. This is going to take a couple of minutes and or less, depending on your hardware and the operating system speed and everything. So as you can see, it is already creating the virtual environment. And now if I go on my command prompt here, and then right here, if I do a directory, notice that and the PyCharm project got created here. PyCharm project got created. So here, if I just clear my screen and then do a dir, you can see that the project 1, let me just minimize this one a little bit. So you can see this directory that it says Python project 1, it's the same thing, Python project 1. So if I cd to Python project 1, then I do a, this virtual environment is the one that is actually set up for me to control my virtual environment. At the same time, this main.py when I do the command on the Windows prompt, type in main.python.py. If I just type in that, it just basically tells me that, okay, that main.py was 0 byte. Now let's see if it is already done. It still is 0 byte. So far, it has not have anything. Directory of virtual environment, it is the environment with script directories, and then inside the script is activate another one. So I'll just do that one later time, but just to show you some of the directories. I'm sorry, this is a not Unix, it's a Windows. So you do that /. So when you do this, and you see activate, deactivate, all of that for the virtual environment, and the Python and pep and all of that is installed. And last time I was telling you about pep list, and that you can find out what modules are part of the standard Python that was already installed, and what other modules we had to install. I think we installed NumPy and request. Yeah, those are there. So you can also do a pep list NumPy just to see if NumPy is installed or not. But notice that it is just showing the same thing. And then you can do a find/i NumPy like that. And then it will just parameter of, it is just not reading additional parameters from it. So don't worry about parameter format not correct. For the find, it's actually find is correct, but maybe I have to put a double quote to just say find, because NumPy might be, yeah, that was it. So let me just do this. If you just search it with the string, and because find command, it says ignore the case, but I'm looking for a string. If I'm looking only for request, then I could do that for request, saying that show me only the request method. If I don't give any parameters and I want to see all of them, and then I could do this pep list and then there. And notice that pep -v would give you the version of pep which we upgraded last night using a command like python 3-m pep install --upgrade, and then upgrade, and then pep. This would just upgrade your pep version if there's any recent version that is there. Required already satisfied, so we don't need to upgrade it. Now let's come back to this program, and then notice that this program is now having main.py. This is the content of it. So let's look at that command line, see if that program now has the lines. Yeah, you see that? Type main, because we were looking at the program when it was still loading it. So clear the screen there, and then type main.py. You can see that this one is having the same code that we're looking at it there. So if I want to just run the main.py, just a quick thing here, that since the main.py is there, I can also type in main.py and see the output that is producing there, because the code is already code for Python. But if I want to use the IDE instead of command line, now IDE is there. It has a lot of new functionality like this run main. All I have to do is click on this one and it will just run it for me, and the output will be shown here on the output console. Excuse me, console. So this program, in case if you want to just say, well, what if I just want to say something else for this program? Let me just change this code to view it in presentation. So you can have an option of under appearance, you can say enter presentation mode. And if you enter the presentation mode, it looks a little bit bigger and nicer for people that is posting it on a YouTube, so you can see everything there. And I don't want to have a page break, so where they start the break stuff. So I could come here and just on the top, you have a button run. You can also do Shift F10 for this one. And on the Mac, it is Control R for example, whatever is the shift key here on the shift F10, I could just either click on this one to get the output of it, like we did here. You say PyCharm, or you could do shift F10. So now I'm going to change this welcome screen, this function that we are saying print hi. I'm going to say welcome to my MyWebUniversity free educational videos. So when we do this, and then now all I have to do is shift F10, or just to rerun it. Notice the rerun, the output will just say, hi, welcome to my MyWebUniversity free education videos. At this time, since we are saying welcome, and the welcome does not have an E, I'm just gonna add that one, welcome, but there's no hi needed on this one. So the message that this function F format, it is just saying that whatever the user provide for the name, just put that word, so it gets this information. Now, if I do another shift F10, because I modify it, it runs it, and now it's, instead of hi, it says welcome to my MyWebUniversity free education videos. And then if I just want to add another function, say another print hi function, and then I just say, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, and then say thanks. Thanks for your subscription, basically. So we are asking you to subscribe in order to, and just so I can have as many videos that I can post for you. And please make some comments on your YouTube areas when you watch it, to see if you're looking for particular things the more people look for particular things, whether C or C++ or Python, or some shell programming, or Linux, Unix, I will just make those videos there if I don't have it already. And the more people request for it, the more it encouraged me to say that there's a lot of people in need of that environment. I just better do something about it. I really appreciate those comments. So let me just rerun it, shift F10 again, and then it will just say those messages. And if you decided to move this one up so you can see the screen here better, it just says, welcome to my MyWebUniversity free education videos. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is this, the YouTube channel is called MyWebUniversity free education videos, and it's on YouTube. So now we said, okay, this is great. Now let's just create another program ourselves, rather than just using the system. And let me just go to the top again. So you can come back here under the view and say, under the appearance, and say exit presentation mode. And that will just take you back to where you were. And then if you say, okay, I move this thing really high, you can adjust it here. And now let's say I just want to just keep this one. I could delete everything, or I could just keep it there. And then I just say, let me write a new one. And then a new one, we say new. And then for the new, you are creating a new file. So we call it, let's say, what we should do, maybe OS, maybe just a regular demo1, demo1.py, I'm going to call it. So this demo1.py is there. And then in order for us to just start coding, we could just say, for example, let's just put a comment first to say that what we are doing here. This program will simply demonstrate the use of list. Let's just do the data structure list and list comprehension. less comprehension. The reason I'm doing this one, less comprehension, is because you learn the if statement, the for statement. You could do a lot of things with very simple way to just create a list, and then while you're taking advantage of looping as well as if condition for branching. So here I'm going to just create one variable called odd, and this odd will be just x for x and range of let's just do 10 numbers, and the range of 10, and then we just say an if statement, if x module, like we did last time, x module module 2 is equal 0. This is actually not equal 0 because we are doing odd, so not equal 0. If it is equal 0, then it would be even. So we say even, and then we do the same command here. We could just use the same x or y, it doesn't matter. But if you started with y, for y, you have to use the same symbol, range, same variable in 10. And then you say if y not equal to 2, not equal, I'm sorry, y module, this is not equal. So I need better use module symbol. So then here you say y module 2 is equal 0 in this case. This would be even. So if you say print odd, and then also do a print even, just to display them, you could see that that is going to take effect. So at this time, I'm going to do Shift F10. Actually, we're not in the run, so I could run it like that also, or just press here Shift F10. We could do it, and let's see if there was any error or not. So this one is still running the other one, so I have to close the other one and then run this one. Let's see if I run the main. Yeah, you see that it is still pointing to this other one. So now I have to save this one, the demo, and then the main is there. So I'm going to close the this. Now I have this one. I'm going to do Shift F10, and then it is still running the code of this one. So you come in here, say run, and you see that main is still there running. So let's do this, and then instead of choosing the main, now we run the demo. This time you get the output of this. But in order for you to see it better, I'm going to go to view and appearance, and then say presentation mode. And then now you see this is the code. So all I have to do is to show you the output, Shift F10, and you will see the output here for those two numbers. So this is the code for odd, and this is the output for odd. This is the code for even, and this is the output for even. Notice there's a space here. The IDE is very smart. It says you don't need a space there. So there's kind of like a squeaky tilde kind of things there. It is just telling you there. And then the typing here, that the most likely on this word, if I go back out of the navigation for the view appearance, exit presentation mode, notice that this word is highlighted. It just says maybe comprehension. I must have mistyped it. So in order to do comprehension, now I corrected it, and it should be okay. So now you're just basically getting a PyCharm code here. And then if I just want to write another one to do something else, let's do one more, and then we stop using this. Again, if you're just trying to do some code here to just get some data, you can still get this information. So let's do another demo too. I'm going to just say save, create a new file, and then we create new, and we say call it demo2.py. So demo2.py, And this one, I'm not gonna put any comment. I'm gonna start coding. I'm gonna say import OS. So the OS modules get loaded, and then now if I say OS dot, as soon as you put the dot, the IDE is very smart. It's going to just give you all the method, all the exception, everything that is there for you. So if I want to get, if I say print os.path, this would give me the os.path. Print, and then os. Let's say get login ID, get the login, and then see from Windows it comes in. Print os.system. I could also get the os.system, and then just get the system name like as a host name. Just what is the host name of the system. And then the host name has to be a string, so you put it on single quote or double quote. That way it runs that command. Now it's not giving error. And then if I just get print os dot let's say dot name, this would show NT because it's Windows. If it was Mac, it would be POSIX. Now I'm going to use F statement. If it say os.name is equal NT, then I must be on the Windows environment. Then I'm going to put a colon here as a section separator. Other programming language, you have braces to start begin and end, or begin and end, or do while or done, or if then else. But in Python, you put colon as a block of code separation. So you say if os is dot name is equal in t, then what do you want to do with it? Let's just say run the print. We could just check for the memory, how much memory I have on the system. So I say os.system, and then we say the command system info. That's a Windows. I know as a fact that because os.name is in T, then I could say grep, I mean not grep because it's not Unix, it's find /i, and we could say for this one, we could say find /i, and then we put memory. And since we did double quote within the single quote, it should be okay, but it is not complaining at this time. We will know at runtime. So semantically, syntactically, it might be okay syntactically because it is running at code level and it is not complaining, but semantically, the meaning of it, it only shows at runtime. So we will just check on this one. Now let me just change the back to the appearance and the presentation, and you can see now the code is there, and then I'm going to do a shift F10 to run it. And so again, this one run on this other code. I'm going to just do the demo one. Oh, sorry, I just have to go back and view. Appearance, exit presentation. So this one, when you run it here, if you say run again, then it's gonna say I want to run demo 2. So the demo 2 is there. I'm going to close demo 1 here, and demo 2 is there. But let's see if it provide me. Yeah, demo 2 is now provided. That says you want to run demo 2, and notice that the os.path is this path. The full path is there. And then the next command was get login. And then the get login gave me the login of Wahid. The desktop name is, the host name is desktop to gyro or something. And then the next one is the os.name is NT. Since it was NT, therefore the F statement run and successfully completed. And let me just type in the host name here. When you type in host name here, you will get the same host name there. And then if I just do system info and then find /i memory here, and then you will see the same information for the memory. that is produced out there, it is right here, the same thing. So the OS level gives you the same output that is there. And this was the name of the host. And the git login is also on that information. But let me just one more time run it in presentation mode so you can see everything that I'm showing. And because I ran it already, it's gonna just do a shift F10. This time it's gonna run the demo 2. And let me just make this screen a little bit bigger so you can see that it is just giving you all the detail, and you have the scroll bar to read it. So the OS path, it gives me this path, the full path, which is demo2.py is the program that we are running. And then the next one is get login name. Get login name is going to give me this. And then the host name command, os.system, which is the function, is that one. And then you get all the details. And notice that as I was doing it, let me go back onto the other command, exit presentation. And then right here, if you just are doing anything here, and then I'm just going to put the comments on in front of these 3 codes, meaning that start the comment here, and when you put 3 codes, this, and then whatever you put between this code will be kind of a block section of a code. This will not be read by the Python IDE. So all it does is just import OS. And then if I just say print like help on OS, and then I could just read that one, this code is going to do that. And if I put a comment in front of this one line comment, I could just put that. Now this code, if I run it, it doesn't do anything, basically. It is because I did not tell it anything. It says process finished. And then if I just go on presentation mode, this is also readable here. So I'm going to just show you, because I commented those sections. But let's just say print this one. Now I'm going to do Shift F10, run it again. This time it's going to give me the help on the OS module. If I just move this cursor a little bit up on the window, you can see it is all details of the OS modules, the help line. And if you're looking for a special one, as a small one, you could just say os.system. Just give me help on os.system. That way you could run it, and then it will give you only the system functions. Or if you are looking at get current working directory, CWD, that's current working directory. So if you just get that one, and it will just do this. And it says return a Unicode string representing the working directory. So instead of getting help, I'm just going to say print it, the current working directory. And then let's see if that actually present the current working directory of this. And because and then the same thing with current working directory as a function. If I do it, it's going to return the actual current working directory. Because when you do it as a character, like as a variable, it's different than this. So if I just say this one is the type of this one, type of the os.current working directory, it says that this is a function because I use that left then and right and then parentheses, and then that says it's a class string. Now if I just do the same thing without this and then run it like that, it says that it's a class built-in function or method. So this one is a function, but when you're putting the parameter, it returns the result of it as that directory. I hope that this is helpful for you. And we just practice with PyCharm as an example to find out. You can also get into the terminal here on PyCharm. Is really cool. Whatever command you could do on there, you could just do here. Pep list, you could see that on. Basically, I'm on a virtual environment here that I'm running PowerShell commands. So even if I do a get dash process, these ones will just give me the process of this. And then I could start a process like a start dash process calculator calc. Now the calculator starts and you can see that it is there. So as if I'm on the PowerShell here. And I could just, for example, say, okay, yeah, let's just inside this PowerShell virtual environment that is on the terminal. The terminal of it is basically not a virtual environment, but the terminal provides you like a virtual environment. It will allow you to do things on the PowerShell, even run your code in the PowerShell. So here I could just say start dash process, and then I do a where object where and then I say $_ name, and then use the like symbol, and then I put something as calculator because the name is actually calculator when it runs. So I say that, and then let's see, command start pipeline position 1, supply value. So it is asking for the path, and then let me see if I mistype anything. Start process. Oh, start process. I don't want to start the process again. And then right here, I needed a get dash process. I wanted to get that process of it rather than start. The start, I already started this process. Now I want to stop this process from this PowerShell interface. Within this, all I have to do is, since I passed on the process, and then I found that one, it's going to kill that. So you can do that one from there, or you can do it from here. This is similarly there. So if I just say calc for calculator, I just started. And then for this one, I have to do task list because this is on Windows process. So task list, and then all the tasks are there. And then I just find that a task that is there, and then do a task kill. So so task, you see that task calculator is here. And then you can do also a find here, find/I, and then do a calculator. But this is getting me out of the scope of this video. I don't want to just worry about it. You could do a task kill, and then if you just say that, what does task kill do? Task kill question mark, and then you say /PID for the task process. I'll just make a separate video, and then since we did this one, and then find is this, let's just see if we can do task kill /PID, and then the PID, and then the number is 4736. And success, send termination signal. So this one is sending the termination, but I want to do a force and -F. Maybe if the yeah, this one is already forced it and it killed it. So the other one was sending it at a grace period. But the objective of this video was to show you that Python IDE PyCharm has so many tools. You can learn it. A lot of these features are there. You can just write AI programs, machine learning, web development, everything just at the tip of your fingers. You can just type in and it works. And if you just forgot the syntax of something, let's say you say import math function, and then you say, okay, so I did import math, let me just write as M. now M is available, M dot, notice all the functions that are there. Like we were practicing POW, notice as soon as I type in POW, it tells me X and Y coordinates. So I could say POW of 2 to the power of, let's say, square root of 100. But the square root is not going to be recognized unless I just put M dot square root or math dot square root. And then, so M dot square root is understood. M dot square root of that one is 100. So then if I just don't do this, these two, let me just, for that moment, I'm gonna comment these two also. I'm going to only do this. And I'm gonna go to on the presentation, appearance presentation there, so you see exactly the code. As you can see here, where's the math? Oh, double quote came in front of it, so it's not good. I just need to just do this. And then right here, that 3 quotes comes right after this. And then we just get rid of the first 3. And now, all we are saying, this is the code that is active. The other ones are commented out. Import math as m.pow to the power of 10. M dot the square root of 100 is going to return, and the square root of 100 is 10. So to the power of 10 is going to just print 1024. But I need to do the print statement in order to just display it on the screen. So, and then we just do a shift F10, and you can see that it's there. Similarly, if I want to just do a print m dot square root of, let's say, 625. Shift F10 is 25. 25 to the power of 2 is 625. And so, and that's what these numbers are going to help you. And if you just want to do a print m dot pi to just get the value of pi, you could just do that as well. There's so much on that one. And then do like a dir of m. And then you want to just print that one, dir of m, or find out that what is the print type of m. M should be a math module, a class of math. So when you do a shift F10, run this one, you can see the output here really nicely as showing you 1024 for the square root of to the power of 10, and the square root of, power of to the power of 10, the square root of 625 is 25. The value of pi is 3.159 something, and then the dir of the m modules is showing here, and then the type of a module m is a class module. With that, I'm going to end this video. I hope you liked it, and I hope you enjoyed it. Please don't forget to subscribe and like our videos. That will just allow us to just make more nicer videos. And if you see something on the video that is too small, please make a nice comment and don't discourage me from making more videos. And I will be love to just help you as much as I can. Love and peace for all, and I hope you all have a great time all the time. And peace and love for everyone. Thank you all.